Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular. Welcome to your mystery reading. The first thing that we're going to do is shuffle out one card from the Ancestor Spirit Oracle to get the context or the general energy of your reading. If you want to be a part of the community that I'm trying to create, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you're interested, you can also find me on TikTok. The link to that will be in the description. And before I get you your first card, remember that this is a general reading on YouTube, so could have messages for other people as well. So if you're struggling to find meaning in a message, that's okay, just let it go, because it might just be meant for someone else. And if it truly was meant for you, the universe and your spirit guides will make that obvious to you, either sometime during this reading or sometime down the line during your journey. And I just saw 1:22 on the clock, so already there, I just saw like a flash or something. I don't know if that was just me. There could be something here about flashing or sirens, but like flashing lights, I don't know. But with 1:22, there's already messages here about change starting with you. There could be something here that you're being called to do that has something to do with being the change that you wish to see. This could be something that the universe and your spirit guides are really trying to get your attention on. They want you to better understand your purpose, your mission, if that's relevant, your personal one, and your collective mission, if that makes sense, your part in the play, so to speak. But let's see what this Ancestor Spirit Oracle card is. I just saw the number 222. So balance in your life is also relevant. Releasing anything and everything that does not serve you, that encourages you to discredit your worth and to invest in what you don't deserve. So wow, I love this. We have shine brightly, stand out, be proud, and individuality. I really, really love that this card is the general energy, because it's telling me that this reading is going to be about shining your light for sure. I did get strong Aquarius energy with the idea of individuality. You could be an Aquarius, you could be dealing with someone that is an Aquarius. That zodiac sign could just be significant for one reason or another. But I'm also feeling here that you are allowed to be proud of yourself. It does feel like you may have achieved something, and you deserve to be proud of yourself for it. It has something to do with growing and expanding, investing and nurturing, and that deserves to be recognized and rewarded. I just saw 3, 4, 5. Deserves to be recognized and rewarded for a reason. For whoever needs to hear it, you're doing the right thing. You know, being judged, being misunderstood, you know, it's just kind of feels like it's something about yourself that you're going to have to accept and maybe even learn to love. Like it does feel like there's something here about being different that makes you uncomfortable, or being in the spotlight making you feel uncomfortable. Like I feel like there's very complicated feelings here. You really want to be seen, but you're also terrified of being seen. And I just saw 432. You feel that way for a reason. It's like you know the right thing to do, but your fears are making it hard for you to do the right thing. I just saw 444. You definitely need to prioritize your stability, your security, and to protect yourself from energy and things that don't serve you, that want to just take advantage of you, that take you for granted. It definitely feels like there's some sort of spiritual detox going on here that you deserve to be proud of yourself about. Be proud of yourself for standing outside of your comfort zone, for shining brightly. the next thing I'm going to do is get a major arcana from the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot. I guess this will just show us something, a big idea that's very important. Wow. We have the Strength card. There's a lot of green here as well. Strength, remembering your strength, really stepping into your strength are very, very important themes or ideas here. Definitely change your perspective on the challenges in your life. I really feel here you're being pushed for a reason. I just felt something here about when push comes to shove. That saying could be relevant somehow. But the universe is not pushing you to taunt you or mess with you or to punish you. It's trying to show you something, but you can only see what the universe is trying to show you if you look for the answers that you're seeking from within. I definitely feel here that you need to be focused on trusting yourself more, believing in yourself more, and really building up your self-confidence, because you deserve to feel confident in who you are, so that way you can be surrounded by people who love you for you. And you could just be surrounded by things in life that align with who you truly are, because if you pretend to be someone that you're not, you're going to attract people and things that aren't meant for you. It's very, very important to be very, very comfortable with being yourself, and definitely learning to, fight for what's right to some degree, to really be willing to fight. I really think someone's will here is being tested, and the universe really wants you to know that you are a strong person. Whatever you're going through, it really feels like it's mind over matter. Trust yourself, believe in yourself. As long as you love yourself unconditionally. I forgot what I was going to say about that, but unconditional love is definitely, I think having that for yourself is really what's going to make you see your strength and to even take advantage of your strength. Next, we're going to get a little more information with the Magical Dogs Tarot. This has both the major arcanas and the minor arcanas. I don't know if I already mentioned it, but the Strength card, when I was pulling from the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot, that was only major arcanas. So the card that we have is, wow, the Three of Swords. It's very clear to me here that there is some heartbreak on your mind, or really weighing you down, really not allowing you to shine your light, to not shine brightly. I feel like there could be some degree of disappointment and resentment here that you really need to work through. Don't take anything that you go through, any of the challenges that you go through personally. I also want to mention that people can still care about you and struggle to show that through their actions. You take that if it resonates. But yeah, I'm also feeling a feeling here of melancholy. Let me think for a second. I think when it comes to strength, you're being called here to let go, to heal, to find closure with something, so that way you can clear room for something better, for something more, for more experiences, maybe more opportunities to gain wisdom or knowledge. Healing is definitely very, very important for you, and I definitely feel that if you don't heal, it's going to hold you back in many ways. It'll only hold you back if you let it. So definitely don't discredit your true power and your true strength. Use your voice, stand up for yourself. And I almost saw 10-10, so I'm going to go ahead and say that the universe and your spirit guides really want to communicate with you. Yeah, I just saw this. We need to talk. The universe and your spirit guides really want to communicate with you. They want to support you, to help you fight through whatever you're going through. You're really being called here to have faith in yourself, to have faith in the universe, to trust yourself and to trust the universe that whatever you want in life, as long as you put in the time, the work, and the effort, you can make it happen for you, no matter what it is. Commitment definitely feels like it could be something that you really need to grow around or need to better understand. There could be something here about childhood and how you need to give yourself a fair chance to truly see things, especially yourself, for what they are, to allow yourself, give yourself a fair chance to allow yourself to lead a life of truth and abundance rather than deception and scarcity. Yeah, I just saw 1, 2, 3. Definitely trust that everything happens for a reason. You're really being called here to find deeper meaning in the challenges in your life and the pain that you feel. How can you use your frustration, your anger, especially around injustices, of course? How can you use that energy, that passionate, fiery energy, to empower yourself rather than destroy yourself? Being stubborn, it's a double-edged sword, just like, the truth is. You do have a lot of power here, and you also do have influence as well. I feel something here about how there's a lot of darkness, and if you shine your light, nobody can miss you. I just saw 12, 12. Definitely communication and boundaries are very, very important, especially communication with yourself and setting boundaries with yourself. If you wouldn't put up with the way that someone speaks, if you wouldn't put up with the way that you speak to yourself, if someone else spoke to you that way, don't accept less from yourself. If you don't accept less from others, you definitely shouldn't be accepting less from yourself. Now I'm going to draw out one index card here, which came from a lot of them. I just grabbed a deck that felt right, I guess. But let's see what we have here. It says, I wish that we were on the same page. I definitely feel here that the universe and your spirit guides are really trying to connect with you, communicate with you. It's very important for you at this time to follow your intuition, to trust your inner voice, and to also be able to discern what feelings come from fear and what feelings come from intuition and knowing, so you can better understand which feelings to follow. And I also saw 1313. There is a sign of good luck and good fortune here, and I definitely feel that that feels like a very significant message, that the work that you're going to put in is going to pay off. I just saw 333. That's confirmation right there that whatever you invest in will grow. So as you just heard, there was a knock on my door, and I really feel like that's a big sign here that there is an opportunity here knocking at your door, or there will be an opportunity down the line knocking at your door. Doors could be very symbolic for you in terms of resembling opportunities. Maybe for some, a door could be significant for someone here. Also something here about a portal. There could be something here about a threshold that's really standing in your way when it comes to having something that you deeply desire, having an opportunity that you deeply desire. Let me think for a second. I had lost my train of thought because of that knock on the door, but distractions could definitely be significant as well, and you need to get rid of distractions that create temptation in a self-destructive way, if that makes sense. But yeah, definitely the universe and your spirit guides want to communicate with you. They want to be on the same page as you. The universe wants to understand you just as much as you want to understand it. It's definitely possible to communicate with the universe, and definitely don't be afraid to do that. You shouldn't I feel like maybe someone here could feel insecure about what they believe. being afraid to shine brightly when it comes to their faith. And you definitely need to not let the darkness of others dim your own light. You need to protect your own light from being consumed by the darkness of others. That's why it's really important that you learn how to communicate with yourself and learn how to say no to yourself, because not only do you have to protect yourself from other people and the universe sometimes, you also have to protect yourself from yourself. Definitely don't be your own worst enemy, but also the universe and your spirit guides want you to know that they want you to move at your own pace. So if you're not feeling called to communicate with them, I just saw 222, then don't force anything. Don't try to push anything that's just not ready to be yet. Next, I am going to get, what am I going to do? I'm just going to get a deck big enough from this other box of cards that I have. Why'd I say other? I don't know. But just a different type of card that I made. I'm going to get a couple of those. It could be something here about Amazon or the Amazon. That's interesting. For your first one, we have the Emperor. And on the other side of it, first it says Emperor right here. We have all this text on the other side. It says 444, integrity as a foundation, treating earth as home and temple, manifestation and leadership. Be honest with yourself and stick to your morals. If your plans seem too overwhelming, slow down to find the right consistency. So the number 444 could be a very significant number for you in general. I believe it did come through during this reading. And I'm seeing 333 right now. There could be an expansion here around your foundation, or growing around better understanding how to build a stable and secure foundation. Remember that stability and security first starts within you. Finding emotional stability through something. My mind just went blank there for a second. But yeah, integrity feels important here. And really, really just being aligned with your values, making sure that your actions align with your values and what you truly believe is right. Remember that change really does start with you. And maybe you can't help in certain direct ways, but you're definitely being called to help the world release what no longer works in the way that you feel called to. Definitely don't try to push anything or make anything fit. Allow yourself to grow as you are meant to. Being honest with yourself is definitely important here, but also being kind to yourself. I just saw 444. Being kind to yourself, I think, is really going to help you find a stronger sense of stability and security. And, therefore making your intuition, your inner voice much louder, your judgment much sharper, which is interesting because now my camera is acting up. So it does feel like maybe you're not quite seeing things for what they are because of fear, but know that it's possible to overcome these fears and to see things more clearly. It's possible to find clarity. You just have to be willing to be committed to healing and growing. Is there anything else? Yeah, definitely slow down when you need to. It's a very important message as well. For your last card, from these cards we have, I'm not even going to try to show it to you. It says, you are not a victim to your circumstances. You have the power to bring happiness into your life. Stop limiting yourself. You can't see it, but I hope that the camera stops acting crazy before the video is over so you can see the cards. But yeah, definitely being called here to look at how the challenges in your life could empower you. How can you trust yourself more? How can you learn to believe in yourself more? You really need to build a stronger sense of security and stability within yourself. Let me think for a second. Yeah, just know that whatever you want in life, it's possible for you. You just have to stop jumping to conclusions and assuming that things won't work out. You have to be open to the bad to also truly be open to the good in life. You need to have a more balanced appreciation for life. What does the light have to offer? And what does the dark have to offer? I definitely feel someone here that does limit themselves, and that's okay. Growing out of those beliefs that make you feel small and powerless, it takes time, and just know that it's okay to feel that way. That's just, like, I really feel a lot of inner child pain here, and you need to give yourself a fair chance to see your true strength and to see your true power. Being committed to your mental health and your healing is definitely very significant right now. To wrap up this reading, I'm just going to pull out from this baggie of fortune cookies, or not fortune cookies, little slips of paper from fortune cookies that I felt called to collect. You may not see it. I hope that doesn't bother you too much, and that, you know, you still got the messages that you needed. But it says, be prepared to accept a wondrous opportunity in the days ahead. And would you look at that? We have clarity because the camera stopped acting up. That is something interesting here. There's a very, very significant opportunity here that is knocking on your door. It could be a spiritual opportunity, a material or physical opportunity, mental, emotional. Regardless, it definitely feels there is a spiritual opportunity, and that spiritual opportunity might be tied to a more physical, maybe tangible opportunity. Let me think for a second. It's kind of unclear about what this opportunity is, so I'm just going to assume that that's because it's going to be different for everybody. But if you feel called to go after some sort of opportunity, follow that feeling, but only if the feeling feels like a knowing rather than operating from a place of fear, if that makes sense. But that will be the end of your reading. I hope that it was relevant or helpful in some way. If you liked it, the like button show me that. That's the best way to support me. And if you'd like to offer even more support, you can donate through the thanks button directly below the video. Absolutely not obligated, but always very much appreciated. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. I'd really love to connect with you more. And I also want to thank those of you who have shown your support thus far through likes and comments. It really does mean a lot to me, and it really does make a difference. And the last thing that I want to say is thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around.